You are now listening to Serious Minds RNTV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds RNTV. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously.
Do your children love learning? At the Institute for Self-Mastery, we've been homeschooling for 10 years. We didn't just hop on this because of what's going on now. Check us out, the Institute for Self-Mastery, ismhomeschool.org. Peace.
All right, greetings, family, greetings. We're back for the second time today. Hold on for a second. All right. Shout out to the Serious Minds family. Peace, Quan. How you feel? All right, Quan, you gotta send me a text, man. Let me know what's going on with your people. All right. Shout out to the Serious Minds family for the second time today. All right. I'm not trying to break any records or nothing like that. Just, hey, trying to get some things in so we can kind of bring one another up to speed so everyone can get on the same page. All right. Shout out to the Serious Minds family over here on IG, the Gram, aka the Gram. Shout out to everyone on Facebook, and definitely shout out to everyone on YouTube, where everyone should be. That's www.youtube.com/C/Serious Minds RNTV. All right. we are sending our prayers and our energy, all right, and wrapping our spiritual minds and energy around our people in Louisiana, all right. Hurricane Ida, who made landfall the same day as Hurricane Katrina 16 years ago, and not an accident, not in my book. All right, I don't know how many pages y'all got in your book, but not in mine. All right, the chances of that happening are like, come on, fam. Anyway, tonight we're going to be talking about the death of Elijah McClain.
Setting up Simply Safe Home Security was a piece of cake. No tools or wiring. Anyone can do it in less than 30 minutes.
Welcome in the background. All right. All right, like I was saying, tonight's subject, we're going to be talking about the death of Elijah McClain. All right. There's a lot for me to kind of take in, a lot for me to watch. I went and kind of took a drive, got my head together. He said to myself, okay, yeah, a lot of this stuff is not going to sit right with me. Yeah, but everyone has to handle these kind of situations and handle the trauma of death in their own kind of way. All right. A Rising Diamond Beauty says, you're still without power. Wow. They said it might be a month for some people to get power back. It's critical. For real. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, our hearts go out to the people in Louisiana. All right. Hold on. All right, so we're going to dive into this, and let's just African proverb. We're not going to test the water with both feet. A lot of times when you testing the water, black people, we be testing out with our toe, our big toe. We stick that in, and yeah. So I'm going to show you some things, and we're going to dialogue and we're going to talk, fam. All right. Okay. Let me just warn everyone, it's very painful to watch. Elijah McClain was a 23-year-old Black American massage therapist from Aurora, Colorado, who died 6 days after a violent police encounter on August 30th. What they did to this brother is just horrific, man. It's really crazy. Yeah, so for the people that think I'm race baiting and that have an issue with dealing with certain traumas, I suggest y'all can kind of tune out. That's your prerogative. But I think it's imperative for us to kind of know and understand these things. When you look at Tamir Rice's situation, Emmett Till's situation. Yeah, but anyway, let's talk.
It's August 24, 2019 in Aurora, Colorado. A security camera picks up 23-year-old Elijah McClain at this Shell gas station buying soft drinks and wearing a face mask. His family lawyer told NBC News he was in the habit of wearing this mask. After paying for his items, he turns around and bows to the man behind him in line. His family told NBC News this was his signature gratitude bow. At 10:30 p.m., a man calls 911.
He has a mask on. He looks sketchy. He might be a good person or a bad person.
Yeah.
So, mask on.
Okay. Were any weapons involved or mentioned?
No.
Okay. What color's the mask, or what does it look like?
Black.
Black mask?
He's like a...
Is it like a ski mask, or what type of mask is it?
Yeah, like a ski mask.
Elijah McClain is walking home from a nearby Shell gas station He's holding a plastic bag with his purchases. At 10:43 p.m., Aurora police officer Nathan Woodyard spots McClain.
Favor, stop right there. Hey, stop right there. Stop. 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 I have a right to stop you because you're being suspicious.
9 seconds after exiting his vehicle, the officer initiates physical contact.
Stop tensing up, dude.
10:44 p.m., Officer Jason Rosenblatt and Officer Randy Rodema are now also on the scene and surround McClain.
No, I am an introvert. Please respect the boundaries that I am speaking.
Stop tensing up.
Stop.
Relax.
Stop. I'm going home.
Relax, or I'm going to have to change this situation. Stop.
Leave me alone.
Stop.
Can you please?
No, I want to tell you, leave me alone.
No, we're gonna.
First
we're gonna
off,
talk to
you guys started to arrest me, and I was stopping my music to listen. Now let go.
The situation escalates when the officers try to move McClain onto the grass. Officer Woodyard's body cam is knocked to the ground.
You guys.
Officer Rodema says this.
Just grab your gun, dude.
It's unclear from the body cameras whether or not McClain reached for an officer's weapon. All three officers wrestle McClain to the ground.
Give us more. Give us some more units. We're fighting them.
At this moment, one of the officers uses a carotid control hold on McClain, a tactic that involves an officer placing his arm around a subject's neck, applying pressure, and restricting blood to the brain via the carotid arteries. Responding officers later told an Aurora police investigator that McClain briefly went unconscious, and the officers released the hold. At 10:46 p.m., just over 2 minutes after the first officer made contact with him, McClain is pinned to the ground and says this.
Fighting us on the ground. Oh, there's Elijah McClain.
We had to use carotid.
That's what I was doing. I was just going home. I'm an introvert and I'm different.
He come out. He's out. Was he out?
I heard some snoring.
I just
He wasn't completely. He didn't lose consciousness. Yeah.
I'm just different.
I'm just different.
That's all. That's all I was doing.
It was actually Rosenblatt.
I'm so
For
sorry.
your gun, dude.
I have no gun.
That's where I tried carotid.
I don't do that stuff. I don't do any
If you
fighting.
other units that are not here,
Why
they
were
can
you
slow it down a
telling
little
me?
bit.
I don't do guns. I don't even kill flies. I don't eat meat.
Do we have
I'm not
anything other than him being
I
suspicious?
don't
No.
judge people.
No, I mean, I tried to
We
stop him. Start walking away.
Yeah, cruiser 26, we need to slow everybody down.
Responding officers later tell an investigator that McClain was actively resisting and fighting the officers' attempts to place him into handcuffs.
All I was trying to do
I tried.
was become better.
We started it because he reached
It
for
was
Rosie's
like
gun.
Nikola Tesla.
And we had him on the wall.
At 10:49 p.m., McClain throws up a first time.
Stop.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to do that. I can't breathe correctly because
Over the next 4 minutes, McClain gets sick a few more times. Officers are also heard multiple times asking him to stop fighting.
Rolling this way, dude?
Yeah.
Are you able to?
Legs locking up.
There you go. Just like that.
You're good.
Don't
You're
get
good.
up, dude. It's not going to be good for you. I'm telling you right now.
If you keep messing around, I'm going to bring my dog out. He's going to dog bite you. You understand me?
At 10:54 p.m., McClain is still on the ground, and an officer says this.
So when the ambulance gets here, we're going to go ahead and give him some ketamine.
Yeah, sounds good.
Perfect. Let's give that a couple of minutes. And then we'll put him on.
Whatever he's on, he has incredible strength.
Yeah, crazy strength.
10:59 p.m. A fire medic administers 500 milligrams of ketamine to McClain in an attempt to sedate him. 2 to 3 minutes later, he is loaded onto an ambulance. And at 11:07 p.m., just over 20 minutes after the first officer made contact, responding officers are told McClain does not have a pulse.
He just cored. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay. So, sit tight.
McClain was resuscitated at the scene and taken to the hospital where he would be declared brain dead 3 days later. The coroner concluded last November that a combination of physical exertion and a narrow left coronary artery contributed to McClain's death, but could not determine the cause of his death. He added that it could have been either an accidental death caused by a reaction to the ketamine, a natural death, or a death linked to the carotid control hold used by officers. The district attorney later announced he would not charge the officers involved, saying that the evidence does not support a conclusion that McClain's death was the direct result of any particular action or individual. The family told NBC News that they believed an independent investigation should have been conducted initially. Now the governor has appointed a special prosecutor to reopen the investigation. We've reached out to the police union for comment and have not heard back.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel.
All right. Y'all still with me, fam? All right. Yeah, hold on. All right. Let me see. All right, fam, just kind of work with me, all right? All right. So this is the updated information. That was then, this is the updated information now. All right.
This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman with Nermeen Sheikh. We look now at a major development in the movement for police accountability. In Colorado, 3 police officers and 2 paramedics have been criminally charged in the death of 23-year-old Elijah McClain that prompted nationwide protests. Elijah McClain was a young Black man walking home from a store in the Denver suburb of Aurora in August 2019. He'd bought some iced tea when someone called 911 to report a person looking weird, although he was not suspected of a crime. The 3 Aurora police officers who answered the call tackled McClain to the ground and placed him in a chokehold as he pleaded for his life. A warning to our viewers and listeners, this footage is extremely graphic.
My name is Elijah McClain.
Yeah, bro. I use karate.
That's what I was doing. I was just going home. I'm an introvert and I'm different.
You come out?
No.
Was he out?
I
heard you snoring.
I just don't like going home. I'm just different. I'm just different. That's all. That's all I was doing.
It was actually Logan.
I'm so sorry.
You're done, dude.
I have no gun.
That's why I tried grabbing.
I don't do that stuff. I don't do any fighting.
Other units that are not here.
Why would you send me? I don't lose guns. I don't even kill flies. I don't eat meat. I'm not a vegetarian. I don't judge people for any.
I don't eat flies. I don't eat meat. I'm a vegetarian. I don't kill flies, he said. And before that, if you could hear Elijah saying, I was just going home. I'm an introvert. I'm different. I was just going home. I'm different. That's all I was doing. I'm so sorry. I have no gun. I don't do that stuff. I don't do any fighting. Why are you taking me? He said. That's the police body camera footage of officers tackling and arresting Elijah as he walked home August 2019. Medical responders who arrived then injected Elijah with a large amount of the powerful sedative ketamine, enough to sedate a large 200-pound man, even though Elijah was just 5'6" and under 140 pounds. He suffered cardiac arrest on the way to the hospital and died several days later. This is Colorado Attorney General Philip Weiser speaking Wednesday after announcing the charges against those involved in Elijah's death.
Late last Thursday, after careful and thoughtful deliberation, the grand jury returned a 32-count indictment against Aurora police officers Randy Rodema and Nathan Woodyard, former Aurora police officer Jason Rosenblatt, and Aurora Fire Rescue paramedics Jeremy Cooper and Peter Chikuniak for their alleged conduct on the night of August 24th, 2019, that resulted in the death of Mr. McClain.
The charges come after the local district attorney decided earlier not to file criminal charges, citing lack of evidence. But protests and an online petition that gathered more than 5 million signatures, this all happening after in Minneapolis, what happened there with the murder of George Floyd. Those protests prompted the Colorado Governor Jared Polis to re-examine the case. This is how Elijah McClain's mother, Shanine McClain, responded to news of the 32-count criminal indictment.
I'm thankful. I'm grateful that they saw what I saw, that he never should have been stopped, that he never should have been brutalized, he never should have been handcuffed, and he never should have been given ketamine. I expect prison for my son's murders and their accomplices, because that's exactly what they did. They're accessories to a crime. And I don't think it should be anything less than that. They need to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
We're joined in Denver by Colorado State Representative Leslie Herod. She spoke to Elijah McClain's mother, played a key role in criminal justice reform since his tragic death, including spearheading a bill to ban police use of ketamine. Leslie Herod is also the first LGBTQ plus African-American to hold office in the Colorado General Assembly. Welcome to Democracy Now! Can you start off by responding to the indictments 2 years after Elijah McClain was killed by police and paramedics?
Yeah, well, good morning, and thanks for having me. What I would say, one, is that I echo Ms. McClain's sentiments of being grateful that these indictments have come down. I think that they are a true statement that Colorado believes in police accountability and reform, and that
All right, family. All right. Quan, what's good with you? I'm just kind of choked up. I can't even imagine, man. I just can't imagine, man. Yeah. Naima, Nura. I asked the same question to myself. Why? Man. Yeah, it's hard for me to wrestle. Part of me that wants to just kind of stay strong and grounded and rooted and have this conversation with you, and then having to see that it's just, yeah. All right, family, talk to me. Here's a man, a young man, growing, a massage therapist, introvert. Obviously, he ain't no tough dude. He ain't no street dude. This dude played violin for homeless cats and dogs. Did y'all hear what I just said? He volunteered his time to go play the violin. Man. And you wonder why now. There's an outcry of people, both black, white, Latino, Native American, saying defund the police. If this is where your tax dollars are going to train these demons and devils and white supremacists, these race soldiers to kill our people, come on, man. Not good, family. Not good, man. Not good. No crime was committed. Humble brother bowing to people he don't know. It's like, yeah. It's just sick, man. Yeah, I'm trying to get it together so I can have this conversation, but part of me want to go upstairs in the garage and go punch the punching bag, hit the Wing Chun dummy, something. Part of me just want to go take a damn walk. Yeah, you're right, Khalif Browder all over again, man. But this is happening every day to young black men. All right, fam. I'm going to have to have this conversation with y'all tomorrow or something. I just can't even. All right, y'all got to give me a minute. We'll talk. Peace.